Hello, this is the LongHaulGamer. I want to welcome you all back to my Let's Play series in Sky Factory 3. This will be episode 7, Big Reactors. As I just mentioned, today we will be building our big reactor, or nuclear reactor, which will be our main and probably only power source from this point on in Sky Factory. Usually I like to create these big enough that I really never have to do anything with them from that point on. So let's just jump right into it. Back at our base here. Not much has changed since the last time. I can't remember where exactly I left off at the end of episode 6. Let's see here. I do know one thing that's changed. I've kind of piped out all this stuff, and it is now going over there to a storage crate way back there, back by our main base. I've also added a second furnace, and of course, once I did, I realized I really don't need it anymore. But I still have it set up. Just in case I get a huge boost somehow in production. As you can see, they're all being piped out here. I am noticing that the longer my transfer pipes are, the more it has trouble keeping up. So as you can see, I currently have quite a few. Let's see, 21, 27 blocks in here. You know, copper, iron, and some nickel that have not transferred yet. I got 2 more in this one. So I am having some difficulties getting stuff to pipe out right now. I don't really know why, and I have no clue why I had that ore chunk in there. Oh wait, never mind, because it's going to the furnace. Okay. So I really don't know what I'm going to do here. When I had it all going into the crate right here, there was like no delay. I mean, you never had any issues with this having, material in it that still needed to be transferred. Because I don't know if it's because it's going into a storage chest, one location where if I create a sorter, it's going into a whole bunch of locations at once. Not really that big of a deal, tell you the truth right now, and I'll show you why. Because this is what I have in here. This is just after maybe an hour of off-screen running. I will admit, when I was building this type, I accidentally lost a full stack of gold, so I lost, almost, I think it was like 54 blocks or something, and I lost another 50-some blocks of iron. As you can see, even though I did lose some, I still have quite a bit of materials. And I have been slowly transferring them over here back to their required spots. So I don't know if I had done this last episode where I started like condensing stuff a little bit in my sorting drawers here. Um, as you can see, we have 22 blocks of lapis, which is very nice. Wow, I have a lot more because I have over 12 stacks of just lapis pieces, which is pretty sweet. So, but anyways, this is what we're going to need today. We're going to need several things. I know we're going to need some coal, we're going to need some iron, and we're going to need some yellorium. I always want to call it uranium. I believe there is actually a way to get uranium in this game. But if I remember correctly, it acts the exact same as the yellorium. So it doesn't really matter what you use. So anyways, first thing we're going to need, let's type in reactor. Oops. I don't know how a T got in there. And to do this, it's a multi-block structure, as I may have mentioned in a previous video. And it is quite large. The smallest reactor you could build is a 3x3. The outside, or 3x3x3, because it's cube, would have one fuel rod in the center and basically just surrounded by casings and a control panel, which is right here. And then you'd have an output for the power. I believe that's the power one. Nope, that's the power one. The redstone flux tap, power tap. This is for importing stuff. So your basic one would have 3x3 platform on the bottom of casings, and then you would have on one side, usually you do it on the sides, a reactor control rod, or in the center you would have let's see, a fuel rod. Sorry. Okay, let's start this over. You'd have a 3x3 reactor casings on the bottom, and then you would put a fuel rod in the center, and then you would put a control rod on the top. This is actually not the control panel. The control panel is where is it? Whatever. But anyways, let's just build it. Enough talking. Let's build it. So first thing we're gonna need is a whole bunch of casings, and as you can see, we're gonna need graphite. And graphite is just simply cooked charcoal, which is why I grabbed so much charcoal. So let's take our charcoal, revert it back to pieces, and let's see. I'm trying to decide where I want to cook it. Let's see. How much charcoal do I have? Oh, I have a lot of charcoal. Take a whole bunch of charcoal because we're gonna need a lot of graphite. So let's see, how many stacks will that give us? That will give us 6.5 stacks, a little over. And you know what, let's just go, I believe we could burn it in here. Take out our, let's see here. Like this will work. It said furnace, but I wanted to be sure. And 8. Okay, yep, it is outputting graphite bars. Awesome. We're gonna need quite a few of these, so I think I probably overdid the amount of what I was expecting to need. Let's just do 3 stacks. Let's just empty out all these furnaces. A lot of stone. I had a hard time deciding today if I wanted to go with build a big reactor today, or if I wanted to build my mob spawner. Both are important, but I'm noticing that power seems to be more of an issue right now than mob drops. Okay, so anyways, I only got 13 I know right now, but while that's cooking, whoops, we're going to need to build some, first thing first, we're going to need casing cores. So we're actually going to need some gold and some redstone too. Forgot about that part, in all honesty. Let's see, how much gold do we have? We don't have a ton of gold actually right now. I don't think it requires too much though. And then grab a couple blocks of redstone. So once again, casing, reactor cores, and just build as many as we can, which is only 6, I guess. However, each one of those will end up creating 4 reactor casings. So, and I'm already out of graphite, I guess. I really should have done some cooking of graphite off screen. I do apologize for that. I know I'm going to need 3 more, so that's why I'm coming back. I have 6, so I'm going to need 4 per every one of my casings. So let's see, there we go, and we've got 24 reactor casings. And so while that cooks, we'll decide where we want to build this and how big we want to build it. I know we're going to build it right here. That's a given. I can't remember how high my ceiling is here, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could build a 5x5x5. It doesn't technically have to be symmetrical. So, for instance, I've been wanting to build a 7. Actually, we can. We'll just sink it into the floor a little bit here. And I want some room on the sides. I'm just trying to do a little math in my head right now. If I centered it on this glowstone block, It would go out to here, which would give me 3. Perfect. So this will be the center. Whoops. That will be the center. So there's a 3 by... see, make a 3 by 3. So this is about the minimum base size right here. Just lay out the casing blocks. I think they look kind of cool. And then we would put a reactor core and then surround it with more casings. And then put more casings on top. Is the basic. I mean, you need a couple extra ones. Like you need that top part. But we are going to build a big old reactor. Usually I just do a 5 cube reactor. So let's see. That will give us 7 in that direction. So 2 more on this side. And that will give us 7 there. It's going to be huge. I'm not going to lie. This is a huge reactor. This will put out way more power than we will ever need. Which is not a bad thing. 7 more blocks. And I'm losing almost every one of those. Not that it's an issue. As you just saw, I have a ton of stone. 6 and 7. I'm really starting to think this is going to be overkill. You know what? I hate going back all the time, back and forth. But this is overkill. Oh, shoot. That's one I actually really wanted to catch. We're going back to a 5 by 5. I know it's big enough for everything we're going to need. For now, at least. I mean, you'll get into some of the real crazy stuff. We're going to probably need to expand it. But for now, we're just going to go 5 by 5. So, 2. I got 2 out of the 4 I used. Okay. Could be worse. This is still going to require a lot of material, so. And now that I've already seen how much graphite I'm going to be burning through, I'm going to grab a couple more stacks and put them in the furnace. If I don't use them, oh well. Coal is not a shortage. Not a thing I'm worried about running out of. And I will split them up so I can burn through those 2 stacks faster. Oh, and of course it actually makes sense. See how much we have up here. Okay, 27, that's pretty good. So, let's see. I think I needed 4 more. So let's just, we won't worry about that, the walls right now. So we're just going to build the casings. And then we're going to need, I was going to go down and put those, but we don't need to worry about that right now. We're going to need fuel rods. And let's see. I'm trying to think the way we can get the most out of these. It'd be 3 per side. So we're going to need 3, 2, 3, 2, and 3. So that'd be 9, 13 rods. And each one of those rods will be 5 high. So we're going to need a lot of rods here. Let's see. This will give us 16. Okay. That's a start. What am I shy on? Iron. Let's see. So, blocks of iron. Okay, I still have a lot of iron. Okay, that's good. I was really bummed out when I lost all that iron. I have no clue how much I'm grabbing here. I'm just grabbing a crap load, or a ton. Oh, that's a lot. That's good, though. Fuel rods. This will give us 21 more, so 37. Okay. That's a good start. Down. They come in fours, so. Okay, so this will be the outer wall. Oh, actually, I kept on thinking I'm still doing a 5x5 internal. I'm only doing a 3x3 internal, so I'm not going to need nearly as many fuel rods as I was thinking, which is kind of a good thing. Which also means so I have probably way too many fuel rods right now. I definitely have way too many fuel rods. Yep. And now it's really wanting to make me expand this. Once again, like I was saying, I can make this non-symmetrical. So I can make it 7 in one direction and 5 in the other. Let's see, if I did that, I need 1, 2, 3 more rods, each one 3 tall. So I need 9. Wow, I'm kind of talking myself into building a bigger reactor right now. I am really indecisive today. Sorry about that. You know what, that's what I'll do. I'll build 7x7. I just will only go 5 high. Because to tell you the truth, that was one of the things I was debating with myself with. Was how high to make the reactor. And I am only 3 fuel rods short, it looks like. Whoops, there's one there. Caught it, but then I fell down here, so I'm going to have to break one anyways. Whoops, I broke the wrong one. Try this one. So how many are we short? We're short 2, it looks like. And we're gonna have to build out our base. Yeah, I think this will be a good sized reactor. This is still a huge reactor, don't get me wrong. So, trying to use an axe on stone. There's that. Gonna have to go up and make a lot more casings now. Let's see here. 624 minus the one I already have. So we're gonna need 23 more casings for the base. And we're just gonna need a lot more than that grand total. Lots of graphite's gonna be used here. I'm gonna need every bit of this graphite that I'm cooking up. It's good to see that I still have quite a bit of yellorium left in my inventory. I have almost 2 or 3.5 stacks, which is good. Because like I say, that will be the fuel. So we need 2 more of these. And you know what? I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but in the search, if you type the @ symbol, and I believe this mod is called Extreme Reactors, yes. Okay, and it will give us only the stuff in that mod pack. So there's what we wanted. We wanted the controller. And we're gonna need 1 diamond for that. Okay, so go over here, grab a diamond. Oh, I had a graphite bar just sitting there. So we're gonna need a controller and casings. Okay. So once again, go back to casings. How many do we want? I don't know if I want to make that many. Just do that for now. Leave some resources. So, oops. Okay, so now we got our controller. Put that down in the finished area. I don't know why I have all these leaves in my inventory. Dump them in here real quick. And sort. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to need for special blocks. Then we're going to need redstone flux power tap. Simple enough if we had redstone. Okay, so there's our power tap. And then, sorry about that. Then we're going to need an input pipe, which is right here, the access port. And we're going to actually need two of these. Whoops. We need some chest and some pistons. What is it? Stone and... Okay. We're going to need two of these. And I'll explain why in a second here. So we're going to need 8 of those for the pistons. And I believe I already have wood in here. Yes, I do. So, pistons. Oh, we need cobblestone, not stone. Okay. I thought those required actual stone. So there's our 2 pistons. And then we're going to need 2 chests. And then we could create 2 of those. And let's see, what else? I think that's actually about it. We can do stuff like we could use glass so we could see what's going on in our reactor. Which is always kind of a nice thing. It's literally just some glass box on the side of a reactor casing. I usually do a little window on one side or a couple sides. And let's see, it's 7 wide, so let's just do like a 5 wide window in the center. Call it good. That would require 10 glass. I only did... Oh wait, no, that's what I wanted. Okay, I wanted 5. And then that's pretty much it for... Wait, nope, never mind. There's one more special. We need the control rod. Which, every one of these... You need one of these for every single fuel rod. So I'm trying to think. We need 3, 9, 13 of these. I think we have 13 fuel rods. And of course I don't have enough. What is it? Oh, casings. Imagine that. So once again, go back in here to see how many casings we can make. We need some of the graphite for the tops, so I'm not going to make all of them right now. Jeez. Okay, there's 10. What am I missing? I need more casings. So I'm gonna need 3 more of these in order to make, because I need 4. So and then 3 of these. And why am I short? What am I short? Redstone again. I forgot how much redstone this required, in all honesty. I don't know why I'm taking normal redstone. I should just take blocks quicker. I wanted that. Okay, and then from this point on, basically, all I'm going to need now is reactor casings. So we're going to burn through all of our other stuff. Take a whole bunch of that. Whole bunch of that. Now we're up to 23. I'm going to need a lot more casings than that. But let's go down and I'll show you where everything has to go. Yeah, I think I'm going to only have just enough casing just for this base platform. Whew. Once again, I'm regretting making a 7x7 reactor. I just can't decide on that stuff, can I? And I can't even show you where everything goes because I can't get to it. But we could put a couple of these things up here. Mainly the rod controllers or reactor or fuel rod. Yeah, control rods, sorry. Put all these up here on top. And perfect. Look at that, it actually worked out right. So glad I could count. So what we're going to do is, let's see, we're going to be coming down the ladder this way, or the rope. So I'm going to put my control rod right here at eye level. And then I'm going to put one of these, what do they call them? Access ports on this side. And then one on this side. And what we're going to do is, as you can see when you right click on these, you could have inlet or outlet. So I need to turn one of these to an outlet. And what's going to happen is when you use this reactor, once I actually get it completely built and turned on, we're going to put fuel, which is the yellorium, in. And when it uses it, the byproduct of using yellorium is, this is like arsenic or something like that. I forget, these blue ingots. And so what we'll do is we'll hook up a supply crate, or actually we'll probably just pipe them in from over here. And now that I'm looking at that, that's our mob spawner. So there's our factory. So it really doesn't matter, I guess. So anyways, we'll pipe in yellorium here, and we'll output waste here, and we'll pipe this into just a storage bin to collect it. That way we'll never have to manually fuel this reactor again. And then over here, this is where I was just gonna make a little viewing window like that. And now all we need literally is a lot of casings. And is my shortage gonna be, I need a lot of graphite and a lot of iron. I think I might need gold, a lot more gold too. Luckily, we have a lot of both. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the recording, and I will get back to you once I have a whole bunch of casings built, and we'll actually power on our mob reactor, or our big reactor. I'll be back shortly. Okay, and we are back. As you can see, I'm set up my crafting station here, and I now have 40 additional blocks of casings, and I have already added a whole bunch more. Now there's one more thing that I haven't mentioned yet that we're going to need, and we're going to need some kind of fluid to transfer. While water is one of the least ideal and effective fluids for cooling a reactor, it's really all we have access to right now. So as you can see, like I said, I have built this up quite high now. I should have enough blocks to completely finish this. What we're going to do is we just want to place a bucket of water, not at the control rod level, but at the fuel rod level. So put one there. Basically fill in every gap, and that is why I staggered them. And so now all the reactors, or all the fuel rods, will be surrounded by water, at least on like 2 or 3 sides. Some of them will be 4 sides. And let's just finish building this all the way up. And I already messed up. And let's see here. There, since that is filled with water, that's a water one. So we're going to need quite a bit of water, as you can see. Eventually, I will be replacing all this water with liquid ender. So we just need to go get more water now. But we are almost there. We're just literally a couple minutes from being able to turn on our reactor, which is exciting because, like I say, it puts out a lot of power. I do have one block I haven't put yet, and that is my redstone flux power tap. So we will be having to add that also. I'm just going to pipe that directly into the top. And speaking of which, I don't have any power cables actually connected. Hopefully I have enough. Nope. So I'm going to have to, before we get too far, let's see how much redstone. Okay, I have quite a bit of redstone. Once again, I'm just moving this so I could actually see my count, and it's apparently, all I have is 4. I was hoping to get 18 so I can make 2 blocks of conductive iron. But I should have some in this chest right here. Oh, I have tons. We could actually go a little higher than that. So let's just go up to 3 blocks. I really would like to actually 27. I would actually like to not only turn it on, but actually power it up and connect it to the grid. So 27, 27. Whoops. Oh well, it's don't have quite room for all that. Got a little ambitious, I guess. So we'll just set this stuff to the side here. We're done with gold. Let's go back down and add this water. And the power tap, once again, I always like to make it symmetrical, and of course, I am not able to just because there's a fuel rod there. So it'll have to be offset a little bit. And I put that in the wrong spot. So let's just put it right here. Water. And I keep on putting it the wrong level. Followed by more casing blocks to cover those. And we only need 4 more. Perfect. Four more buckets of water. And it looks like my math was a little bit off, too, which sucks. I didn't actually forget, I actually thought I had the correct block selected there. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide something right now. So we're going to need 3 more casing blocks. But we're done with our water, at least, our coolant, rather. So get rid of these buckets. So I definitely didn't mean to shift click that, because all I need is 4. And let's check on our smeltery, see where we're at. Okay, perfect. And what I'm going to need is some rope. That's what I was debating. Need 4 ropes to be able to climb up to the top of that reactor. Yep. So I'll just put them right here, because we'll need that to connect the power tap to the power tap to get up there. Now, with these multi-block structures, almost all of them will change once you finally put the final block in. And if it does change appearances, that means we actually built it right. So cross our fingers, and there it is. See how it changed, how it's more like uniform on the sides, and then it kind of as like a structural I-beams. And the screen lit up. So perfect, our reactor is up. And as you can see, it is offline, obviously, because we have no fuel. And this will show us the RS per ticks. This will show us how many millibuckets of fuel that we're going to consume per tick. And this is the how irradiated the core is. So as long as it's highly irradiated, you'll actually burn fuel slower. So to burn fuel, we need to go back to our input, right click it, and start just adding some yellorium to it. And there it is full, and we have 43 extra. Now go back here, and we can see our fuel status is 100% full. And we could switch the reactor on. And as you can see, it's climbing, heating up here, so as it gets hotter, it will produce more RFs per tick. Energy buffer, this is the bank, or the battery, basically. You know, so this holds, let's see here, 10 million RF. And as we can see, we're producing over 9.5 kilo RF per tick. So 9,500 RF per tick. Compared to our magnetic generator, we are producing, let's see here, the output here. Anyways, not nearly enough. And let's see, I don't even know what these do. Okay, I guess there's ways you could switch that on and off. I thought this showed how many it produces per tick. But these are now basically defunct. We're not going to need these anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break the main lava connection here, and I'll let it burn off whatever lava it has in its system. Sorry, I'm getting some messages, obviously, from my company there, as you hear in the background. That's my truck computer. So I'm going to let those run out of fuel. You know, it's going to take a little while. But as you can see now, we're glowing because we're full of fuel. So that's cool. And let's see, we'll open up this export. And we're going to want to click this eject waste button. And we're going to connect it just simply like that. I don't think we need I don't know if we need the a transfer node on that, to tell you the truth. And we're going to need some transfer pipes here. We're going to put just some chests down here. Actually, I don't want to go all the way to the edge because I won't be able to walk around it on either one of these. I might need a transfer pipe. So I'm going to grab one just in case. Well, 2 actually. And for right now, I have, I forgot I moved them over here. Right now, I don't have my yellorium automatically cooking. I do need to change that. So all I've been doing is going into this, since this is the chest with all the yellorium. As you can see, we have another stack and a half. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here and I'm going to just add it manually. So it'll cook up some yellorium. I don't think yellorium can be compressed in blocks. I guess we'll find out. If it can't, it'll basically just go into this transfer node and fill up this transfer node, and then won't progress any farther since it won't be compatible with the compressor. But we're going to need 2 more small storage crates, one for the yellorium and one for the waste. So I just need a couple pieces of wood, because this is all wood planks. And if you remember the formula from before, just a simple pattern, which, to tell you the truth, I always get wrong the first time, it seems. Nope, I actually got it right. Then I am going to need 8 chests, so a full stack of planks is needed. Sorry, if I do the edges first, I know it's easier to make. Okay, and then back down the rabbit hole. And we'll put a storage chest here with a transfer node. And this will be for our yellorium. And it's, I was thinking it was arsenic. It's cyanite is the name of the output, the waste. And that they're just, like I said, I don't know if we actually need the transfer pipe. I think it will auto eject the waste. But either way, yep, there's one right there. So I don't know if that was before the transfer pipe or not, but there's a cyanite ingot. That is the waste. And there will be ways in the future that we could actually reprocess the cyanite. I believe it goes back into your yellorium. But at the same time, remember when I put that there? We had 43 in there. We're not really going to be burning a lot. And we'll burn even less once we could replace the water with a better fluid. Like I say, I usually use ender fluid. So let's see. As you can see, each one of these gives an explanation of what it is, so I'm not going to really go into it. But right now, we need some energy pipes to connect it. And I really do want to wait until we burn through all the lava in these reactors, which by the looks of it is not going to be that long from now. And now, also, essentially, all of these lava crucibles are going to be a waste. I'm not going to lie, these are all kind of a waste now. It's way overkill. I'm actually glad I never built these last 10 crucibles to put in here. Because that'd be way too much. Lava is still good for stuff. We'll probably be sifting some endstone, so we'll be needing to add redstone to these to make it better. And we're also going to automate some obsidian generator, an obsidian generator also, which will require a lot of lava. So we'll still use all this lava, but we have probably too much now. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was making needed to melt some more gold for some energetic alloy. Luckily, gold melts super fast. So we're going to need a lot of transfer pipes. How was my calculation off? I must have used 2 blocks of gold somewhere, or 2 ingots. Should have 3 blocks. One thing I definitely know I'm going to need is some more binders. conduit binders. So I'm going to need some clay, some sand, and some gravel. How much sand do I have? I have 2 sand only. Okay, that's definitely not enough. And I don't have a whole lot of gravel either, or cobblestone. Let's just make enough for 3. To do this, I go right in here so I could actually control how much I'm getting. Let's just take half a stack. Screw it. Also off screen, I did make a diamond hammer for breaking stuff. Just because I was sick of my stone hammers always breaking. So I do have a diamond hammer in here, along with another diamond builder's one. Oops. To speed this process up. There's a whole bunch of gravel. Let's see, I said I was going to do 3 blocks worth, so I need 6 more sand, or 4 more sand. Oh, I'm also going to need 3 dust, so I need 3 more sand too. Where am I going? $24, so I'm going to need 3 coal. Do I have any coal? Nope. Oops, too far. And cook that up. Make sure everything's good here. How do I still have glow gas and gold? Short. Must have been short 1 redstone. How did I get my numbers all messed up like that? I don't know, but I obviously did. At least get rid of those 2 blocks while this cooks up. I don't think I have binder anywhere else. Doesn't look like it. I don't see anything on that wall. That's mob drops over there. I did have a slight infestation at one point where I forgot to light up the roof on the top of my factory for a very short period of time. So that's why you see some dropped loot. You notice that? Halfway done yet. Redstone really does take forever to melt. Done yet. Okay. Let's do what we can do with what we have. I don't know why I exit out. I could have done that in there. Okay, but now we have 51 energy conduits, which is more than enough. And it looks like our magnetic generators have ran out of juice. And so I am actually going to move this over 1 so I'm in the center for my main power line. And might as well just break all this up too while I'm at it. Since these are all now useless. I believe technically I could have vein mined these magnetic generators. Yep. Whoops, I lost one. Oh, come on. Kidding me? Won't let me grab that? Ah, it's not worth it. I was gonna break that and fall down, and you know what? Let's see if I can get out of here. Nope, I can't get out of here even. Jeez. Good job. However, I can walk over here. And actually, while I'm down here, I might as well pick up these transfer pipes. Well, I got one of the two. Come on, 2 out of 3. Okay, that's better than nothing. And I'm on fire. Anyways, back to running energy conduits. Let's see here. I can do everything from up here now. So of course we'll go from our power tap. As you can see, it just turned green, so that means it's connected. And let's just bring this all the way over. That lined up. Yes, it is, and there we are. We're now connected. So, do we see any drain? Yes, we have seen a drain, so that means the power is connecting and going out. As you can see, it's actually holding like perfectly steady. Oh, there it goes up. Okay. Must have just re-engaged. So as you can see, we're producing definitely more power than we need. Which is fine. I don't think it's an issue. We could check our fuel burn here by checking our output. Okay, 4. Actually consuming a lot more yellorium than I thought it would right now. Once again, that's not really an issue right now. We're producing tons of yellorium in the smelter, or in the automation factory over here. Eat some apples to recover my health I lost when I set myself on fire. Been, oh, it has been compressing yellorium ingots. But as you can see now, where before it was struggling to produce enough power for this, everything is fully powered. And that is the joy of big reactors. Overall, it takes up a lot less room. These aren't powered, simply because I don't have power running to them. But the second I hook that, I bet it will power instantly. Yes, it did. Look at that. So 0 power, full power. That's why I love big reactors. They produce just tons of instant power. And once again, this is just for extra mining, like I mentioned before. I don't know. I might end up creating more banks over here on this other side. So like if I had a second one, I could do, same thing with string, flint stiffened mesh, iron stiffened mesh, and then diamond stiffened mesh. And then leave this area over here. Maybe I'll pipe all my cooking and stuff over here. Haven't exactly figured out what I'm going to do with this space. All I know is I have a ton of space and I'm actually absolutely loving it. And I love the fact that I now have full power going to all this stuff. Especially the furnaces. These powered furnaces use so much power, it's not even funny. So they're barely ever running at full capacity, or they were pretty much never running at full capacity before. And now that I have all this power from my big reactor going to it, or I guess it's called extreme reactor now. It used to be called big reactor. That's why I keep on saying that. Now I just have full power going to that. Let's get that straggler yellorium there. Make sure there's nothing in these transfer nodes. Do I have any more yellorium? I have 11 more. You know what? Let's cook it. It's fast enough. 2 ingots because the last 9 will create a block. And I should, based on that, have some more yellorium blocks over here. Yep, I have 9 more. Awesome. That's over a stack. So like I say, yellorium, now we have plenty of fuel for yellorium. Once I create a mob spawner and start getting ender eyes, I will be replacing all this water with ender fluid. It's a much colder fluid, so it works so much better. There are multiple fluids that we could use. Ender fluid is not the best. There's like a cryogenic fluid or something like that. Cryo fluid. Let's see, could even think of what it's called just by typing cryo. Nope, I don't see it in here. Maybe if I type fluid, I could find it. Yes, maybe this fluid cyanide. Maybe that's the one that's so good. No, that's not it. I think it's good, but I don't think it's the best. But there are other fluids. But I always just once you get to ender, once you get your mob spawner built, you start getting ender eyes on a fairly regular basis, and it takes 4 ender eyes for every single bucket, or ender pearls. So because I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would need 12 times 4, so 48 ender eyes. So it's going to take a lot of ender eyes to get to that point. But it'll probably increase our RS per tick, not that we really need an increase. But it will produce, or it will reduce this millibuckets per tick button. Because right now, as you can see, every tick, we're losing 0.25 millibuckets of yellorium. So I don't know how many millibuckets are in an ingot, but we're getting a steady growth of like I say, of cyanite. But as I was saying before, last time we checked, we only had 4, now we have 6. So in that time, we've added 2 cyanite, but we've sifted another 11 of yellorium. So we have plenty of yellorium. That will never be an issue. Even if we keep it running as is, we just need to figure out a way that will auto pipe it over. And now that I'm looking at this, I really should have built this reactor over here. Off screen, I'm not gonna lie, I might move it over here, just for the simple fact that I could pipe down yellorium from here and go directly into this reactor, which would be a huge increase in simplicity. So off screen, you know what? I'll say it right now. Off screen, I'm gonna move my reactor over to here. Kind of pointless and stupid, and really in the long run. But at the same time, it will make things just flow better. It won't interfere with what I need here for netherrack or obsidian production, or anything like that. It shouldn't. I know I'm just rambling on here. I need to just call this episode. Should be about an hour once I trim away some excess. Hopefully around 45 minutes, but it'll probably be closer to an hour. And yeah, it's like I say, this is a big step. This is huge, actually, having a big reactor like this. I actually like that I made it 7 by 7 by 5. I think that looks really good like that, producing just an absolute ton of power. So like I said, we'll never have to worry about power again. And I am also very glad that I've been using these enhanced energy conduits right now, because the basic energy conduits right now probably wouldn't be able to handle the amount of RF that I'm pumping through there. See, as you can see, the max is 5,120. I don't know if it'll show. The base energy conduits, where are they? Right here. Yeah, max output is only 640. So it's a huge jump to go from energy to enhanced energy conduits. And then, of course, if we go to energy or ender energy conduits, I mean, we're talking 2,000. So it's not quite as big a jump from basic to enhanced. It's not nearly as big of a jump. So these enhanced energy conduits, I believe, will probably be enough. Eventually, I might have to run an ender one through here if my factory gets too big. Then I'll probably split it off until continue to use the enhanced from once I get it over there. I might make a hub underneath there so it splits off to one side or the other. But I doubt I'll even have to do that. I mean, 5,000 RS per tick is pretty impressive. I mean, this is producing 9,000, so this could... One of these cables can hold over half the amount of energy that this giant reactor is putting out. So, like I say, I don't see ever having to upgrade these enhanced energy conduits, which is sweet. And while I'm at it, just so I don't set myself on fire again, I'm going to put out all these extra fires. Put out one too many. I don't have a flint on me. Oh well. Actually... Okay, that ringing bell was just said you begin to feel comfortable handling the flint pickaxe. Awesome. That means I must have upgraded to a new level. I'm now level comfortable. That's kind of cool. I honestly don't really know what that means for me right now. But I want to do something here real quick. So now that I've put out... And I stole one too many. I want to go and I want to crush and sift some of this netherrack just to see what we get. Just out of pure curiosity right now. That is also why I'm glad I built that floor underneath, so I could do that without any fear of falling down or losing those 10 netherrack. Let's just see what happens when we sift netherrack. I believe we have to crush it first. There's only one way to test it, really. That is to put... I don't have any mesh in there. Well, let's see first what it crushes down to. I've never done this. This is all just a complete experiment on my part. Let's just go to the top one. Let's crush it and see what it becomes. Even though we don't have a mesh, it should still crush. No, crush netherrack. Imagine that. I don't know if we could crush it any farther than that. But we'll find out. We need... What do I have? I have iron. Let's just try an iron mesh for now. Second best one. That's pretty good mesh. Usually you get a little bit of everything. I really would like to get some cobalt out of this. I do have a transfer pipe connected to no barrels, so... What is going in here? Is it even going anywhere? I don't see anything in the outputs, ever. Huh. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Wonder if that was just a waste of netherrack. Not that it's a loss or anything. Oh, I don't know if I ever mentioned this. I know I haven't. As you can see out here, I have built a second offshoot annex platform. It is 25 away as our achievement book that we haven't looked at in several episodes. Sad for a mob spawning platform. This is where we're going to build our automated mob spawner slash mob killer. I'm not going to get into that now, but I just wanted to point that out in case you noticed an extra platform. And the reason there's a big hole in there is because I'm just going to be putting stone in there. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to build a storage chest just to see. Grab 2, of course. I don't know why it always does that. And backwards again. Oh, trying to run there and I didn't have enough energy. I honestly get nothing from sifting crushed netherrack. Looks like it came up with absolutely zero. Well, that's disappointing. I don't know what I was expecting. I know. Let's see if I can remember how to find the loot table. Okay, let's just do a normal sieve. I believe if I right click on it. Nope. Okay, yep. Okay, here's the sponge, soul sand. This is why I have extra ones, so I could do this kind of stuff like the sponge and soul sand. Okay, that's just sand. That's dirt. Okay, we've already done dirt. Topiary. Crushed netherrack through iron. Should have give us ardite and cobalt. Um, oh, but look at those drop rates. That's why we didn't get anything. 1% for each of those. And that's what I was hoping to get, because then you smelt ardite and cobalt in a 1-to-1 ratio, and you end up with the third nether metal that you could find. See if I would have used diamond, I would have had a 2%. Ooh, double the chance. Okay, I'm just curious. I haven't looked at these tables in a long time. These drop tables. Crushed endstone. Huh. I know endstone's fairly simple. Oh, you could get ender lilies. 0.5%. Wow. Forest flower. I have no clue what that is. Ooh, draconium dust. That's cool too. That's a good metal. That's a really good metal. An ender pearl powder. Well, you can get some good stuff from crushed endstone. Okay, but as you can see, endstone and netherrack. Looks like we could only do netherrack in an iron or diamond. What is good to know. Let's go back to endstone. See how we make endstone. See. I know there's a way you can make endstone. Okay, compressed endstone. Huh. I'm having trouble finding it. I know there's a way we can make it though. Or I think maybe endstone you just have to collect from the nether. Or from the end when you fight the dragons. Endstone. Okay, endstone essence. Fluid transfer. So we could add, oh, just glowstone into lava. Okay, it is simple. So we can make that, and we could get draconium and stuff like that. Which makes sense since then is where you fight the dragon that you'd get draconium metal. I believe that's used to make the draconium armor, which is like the best armor in this mod pack, I believe. That mod pack is really, or that armor is awesome. Because you could just keep on upgrading it and upgrading it. You could add stuff like creative flight, so you fly like if you were in a creative mode. So, but anyways, enough rambling. I said I was going to cut it about 10 minutes ago. Like I say, I'm just so happy we've got a big reactor built. Makes everything so much better because we pretty much never have to worry about power again. and it's still not transferring stuff as fast as I want it to. That's that's really a bummer. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Off screen, I'm probably going to try to figure out some better transfer method. Um, I might reorganize this whole thing, tell you the truth. It's getting a little cluttered. And like I said, I'm thinking about doing a bank here, maybe a bank over here. Probably not, in all honesty. It looked like the other stuff, you only really get good stuff from iron and diamond. So I'll probably just leave these as an iron bank and a diamond bank and not worry about flint or normal string meshes. And then over here will just probably be my cooking and compressing section. I'll probably leave this as a sorting over here a little bit. For instance, I'm still sorting out all my seeds. All three of them you get from gravel, sand, and dust. Which are just the cocoa, the cactus, and the ancient spores. So, like I say, I'm probably gonna do some work off camera, mainly moving my reactor and trying to figure out a better system over here to make it more fluid, make it look better and stuff. I definitely have all the components I need, and now that I have all the power I need. Um, so, anyways, like I say, Long Haul Gamer. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. Contact me at longhaulgamer@gmail.com or hit me up on Twitter at longhaulgaming. Hope you have a great day. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next week.